Okay, I think we are all on.
Yeah.
Yes.
So good evening and a very warm welcome to all our participants for our webinar Autopro 3.0 overview. Some of our friends and colleagues are joining from Europe geography. So good afternoon and a warm welcome to you. We have some others from US location. So very good morning and a warm welcome to all of you. Autofusa as a company was started in the year 2017 by Shivakumar J, our founder and CEO. And ever since, we have been growing strong as a company. And today, as we speak, after 7 years, we are in three locations: Bangalore, Coimbatore, and UK. As our company, our prime focus is in the three areas of functional safety, cyber security, and airspace. As all of you are aware, these are the three main areas, and they form the building blocks in the automotive world. And our team of experts have worked a lot. They worked for nearly close to 4 years, and they've come up with a very unique solution. And this solution is our Autopro tool, which we will present to you again today. And as mentioned, this has been developed by experts. Shivakumar itself comes with 30 years of experience in functional safety. In addition to that, he has trained over 5,000 to 6,000 people. So during trainings, during practical support to different teams, whenever the participants have brought their problems during implementation, so those problems the team has thought through thoroughly, and we have tried to address these problems which people face in their day-to-day working, in their day-to-day implementation. And the result of this is our Autopro tool, right? In the earlier webinar, we had given you an overview of Autopro 2.0, and today we'll take you through, we have made a couple of changes and updates. So we'll take you through those updates, and we'll present a live workflow showing you how a work product, how different artifacts are created, and then we can also have Q&A, and we'll try to answer your questions. Also joining me is Sumit and Jivita. So they'll also be presenting and taking you through different parts of this tool and the workflow. Over to you, Sumit.
Thank you, Clifford. So without taking further time, I will dive right into the topic. Autopro is a very unique tool which has been designed to boost the product and process compliance. Now, ISO 26262, ISO 21434, and ASPICE are very demanding standards. They ask for process maturity, culture within the organizations. They ask for teams to work together. And in a growing environment, in a growing complexity in an organization, this has become more and more difficult for companies to keep up with. So AutoPro fits right into that space and help the organizations bridge this gap. So Autopro, with its functions, with its process, brings the process maturity, the culture, and helps with the product and process compliance for the organizations. And also, one of the primary thing is to create a safety case. So it also helps to create the safety case throughout the organization, throughout the development. So in today's automotive world, what we have is a very distributed development. So when I say distributed development, we have global players who are working across the globe, literally the global talent is being used across the globe. So there may be companies who are developing solutions in the North America. They may be using suppliers who are based out of Europe or based out of Asia, and there could be the tier one, tier two suppliers in different locations. There could be audit teams which are sitting in a different locations. So there is a huge bandwidth for the product owners, which goes into coordination, process adherence, to make sure that everybody is on the same page, and try to see how the teams can work together, adhere to the same process, and still achieve compliance for the safety standards. So this is a very complex task. Now the stakeholders include the internal teams also, the system teams, the hardware, software teams, the verification teams. All of these stakeholders are part of this. Then there are tier one supplier, tier two suppliers, auditors who are part of this. Now one tool, Autopro, which can be installed in the server of the company, and from there the access can be provided to all stakeholders. Imagine where all this all the product requirements, all the product documents are controlled and monitored, and the progress can be looked through one portal. So this is what Autopro tool is trying to bring in here. So in a different environments, and they may be using different tool, they may be sitting in different geographies, they different time zones, doesn't matter. They can all follow the same process, and make sure that their reviews are flawless, and their audits are also flawless. So this is a very huge task if you try to do it without any help, without any tool which is specifically designed. Moreover, this task becomes difficult because of the complexity of the uh, standards that have to be used. So ISO 26262 itself, the SPICE, and the cybersecurity ISO 21434, they are very complex standards, and one needs to have very detailed understanding for this. So keeping that in mind, Autopro tool was designed to ease uh, these roles and the responsibilities here. Now, if I'm talking about Autopro tool, we have presented already in our previous webinar what are the functionalities for safety case generation, integrated process and document environment, how do we reduce audit and assessment durations, user-friendly development and test for test engineers, clear definition of roles and responsibilities, the effective project monitoring, E2E traceability, visual status indicators, compliance towards the ISO standards 27001 and 2 and GDPR standards. Now we have enhanced it further to tailor it for, so how we can do the project specific tailoring, create a DIA within the tool. Then how the responsibilities can be assigned, how the authors, reviewers, auditors can come together, and the monitoring of all these on the screen display can be seen on the display on the screen itself, and the project manager and the safety manager can keep track of things. And how can the user defined report templates can be used, how the workflow notification emails can be generated, and keep track of the work that needs to be done, right? Then there is auditor reports. So how can you bring all these auditor reports when you are making an assessment for a process or a project? How does the assessor interact with the team? How does the assessor submit their reports? And how can we keep track of all of these activities together? So this is something which we have enhanced as part of Autopro version 3.0. So all of this we are going to show you as part of our demo in a few minutes. So before we go there, what are the different roles which we have here? So there are four different categories in which we define the roles here. So the first one is super admin, where we control the Autopro, or the super admin will be Autofusa team. They will be taking care of the license control. They will be assigning the flow. So here the customizations of the flow could be there. They can do the previews to understand how it will look to your users. There also then this will be handed over to the power users, where the safety managers could be the power users, or the project manager could be the power users, where they will have a lot of control. They can assign specific flows, specific requirements, specific responsibilities to their team members. So all the team members will come under the sub-user or safety engineer, what we are calling. So sub-users can be there. So there can be sub-users who are author, there can be sub-users who are reviewers, and all of these activities can be controlled and monitored through this tool. Now, once all of this is complete, there is an external auditor or assessor who will be getting involved to look at all these activities, to make sure they understand the assessment part, the process was followed, and the when they have the work products that are produced, they adhere to the standard ISO 26262 standard. So how do they do that? So this is something which auditors will have to do. Now this is a very involved work which needs a very guided process. So we will see in our role play. So we will do a small role play where there will be a power user which will be played by Mr. Shiv Kumar J. There will be author who will be played by Miss Jivita. A reviewer role which will be played by Mr. Clifford, and I'll be playing role for auditor. So we have all these uh, users. We will demonstrate to you how Autopro tool, starting from creation of the project to the end, till the end of the how you can develop the products through this, how you can do the authoring, how you can do the reviews, and how you do the auditor how you do the auditing role, and finally uh, close the project. So this is something which we will show throughout this journey. So I will hand it over to our colleague, Mr. Shivakumar J, who will walk us through the demo, where we will see all these roles and how these roles interact with Autopro tools, and take this forward from different roles, how they can do. So you will start seeing it. So super admin logins which I've created. So what you are seeing is how you will see it when you have the tool installed in your environment. So this is how you will see. And Mr. Shiv Kumar will demonstrate how the workflow will be there. And then we will see different roles, how they will see the screen, what do they see, what they can access. We will see all that. Yes, over to you, Mr. Shiv Kumar.
Okay, yeah. So thank you very much, Sumit. Hello all. So I'm going to demonstrate the tool, the way how it works. So basically, I'm going to play that, maybe if you consider maybe a safety manager or project manager, if I take that role, how it looks like, and I mean, how to enable the Autopro tool, and provide the access privilege to others and interact, all those things, right? I hope you can see my screen. I have
Yes.
logged in through Autofusa. So that is where the logo which you can see, the Autofusa. However, when we provide this tool to the specific customer, the customer name will appear here. So that means it demonstrate the exactly the process to the organization, I mean, to whom we have given, right? So that it is very much localized to the customer, right? So that's how it works. So now I'm just going inside. There are so many process flow which we have developed, uh, like functional safety, cyber security, ASYS, and integrated model, all those things. However, for the demonstration purpose, I'm going to take the functional safety process flow, how this has been developed by us, and what are the features that whatever the Sumit highlighted just before, right? So just now I'm going here. So I'm just opening the functional safety, the process view. You can see the complete the V model from the functional safety point of view. The whole ISO 26262, we put it in a V model where you can see there are different parts like part 2, part 8, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6, and part 7. So like that, we put it together everything in a diagrammatic model. Also, the work product status, which we categorized like in progress, draft available, under review, and baseline. So this is the color coding which we use for each and every documentation and its status, right? For example, I'm just going inside the concept phase. You can, I mean, most of you may be aware that the concept phase start with the item definition, and then there is a HARA, and then there is a functional safety concept, right? For each one, we clearly define what are the input required, and then different stakeholders who are involved for that. And then what kind of the review supposed to be done as per ISO 26262 that is being given here. Once the document is baselined, then the output will be given here. Okay. In addition, that I can also show, see, for example, we also define, you can see the HARA process, which is basically coming under part 3. However, it interacts with the part 8 and part 2 related aspects. So that is also been, I mean, linked together, right? So this is very importantly, we have to look at, because most of the time when we look at HARA means only the part 3, but it also interact with the other parts, which is very much required here, right? For example, if I go inside the HARA, you can see that the step by step, what are the requirement suggested by the standard. And even you can see there are multiple places we have given the additional notes for better understanding. And then the table, those are available in ISO 26262. That is also we put it together here, right? So like that, for each and every process, even for item definition, you can see the process steps, what are required. So in a layered model, which we put it together, right? So the engineer have to just to follow those steps according to the guideline, whatever been given here. For example, currently, if you look at here, item definition and its review report. So the moment you click here, there is a pop-up. You can see there is an empty pop-up. There is no data currently available because the task is not assigned to anyone here. Similarly, for all the process, it would be like this, right? So currently, this is what it looks like. Now, as a safety manager, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to assign this task to the various project members. For that, first I need to go to the safety plan, where I have to provide my project name as well as the file name. This I already have given. So otherwise you can edit and give the new name. So basically why I have given the file name as a safety cases, which basically generate the output as a safety case, evidences. For that, this is being given. And then what else I can do is I can also add all the project members here. For example, I already added all the project members, right? If I want, I can also add additional members and add according to the project need, right? Once this is done, then what I supposed to do is I have to go to the dia. So this is basically the dia template, but this is not manually entered data. This basically extract from the flow itself. For example, the flow which I am showing currently is basically ISO 26262 flow, where it is extract from there. In case if it is a other integrated model, it also extract that the list of work product accordingly, right? So that's how it works. For example, maybe just for an example purpose, let's take maybe the HARA, maybe our current scope of document, where I have to enter like who is the author of, who is responsible for HARA. So Autopro is responsible for that. The due date, probably I can say maybe 18th. And then I can assign the member. For example, let's say, Jivita going to be the author, right? And then I can also add maybe Clifford, maybe the verification reviewer, and also I can add Sumit going to be the auditor, for example purpose. So save assignment so that you can also see here who are being assigned and what is the role for here, correct? So, and then, for example, let's take from functional safety requirement. Again, this is maybe, Autofusa scope. And this one, again, I'm allocating for 25. And then I say here is maybe, probably Punita, maybe the author, for example. Okay. Yeah. So once this is being assigned like that, then maybe, for example, item definition to say how that the project specific tailoring happening. So let me say that this is not applicable, for example. The moment I say not applicable, this is just to hide it. So, I mean, it would be, removed from your process. Once this is all done, then I will be say update. So then what happens is all the member who are assigned here, they will be getting the email notification that according to the specific role. For example, item definition means what is their role. Hara means what is their role. Whether are they reviewer, are they author, what they supposed to do. In that level, the email would be triggered, right? So once this is completed, I think it is still working on that. I think it will be just yeah, it's done, right? So now everybody have received those emails notification. Now let me also go and showcase the display report. So you can see here the Hara which is allocated to Jivita, and you can also see the verification reviewer Clifford, that name, and then the functional safety requirement allocated to Punita. So this is how the complete detail you will be getting here, right? In addition, you can also click here in the bar chart. You can able to see how many processors are there for each one and how many are completed. That status you can able to see, right? And even you can export from here, right? So that's how it is working. Now, one more view I wanted to showcase. For example, now again, I'm opening the same process flow. Yeah. So you can see here, I said not applicable, if you remember, in the dia. So the moment I said not applicable, you can see the red highlight, which says that this is not in scope, right? The moment, even if I click here, it will be showing that not in scope, right? So this is how I will be tailoring out. And then, for example, Hara is in our scope. For example, I'm just clicking Hara. You can see by default, the Jivita name is appearing here. So whatever the data which I put it in the the dia, which is directly, coming over here. You can see the due date as well. And if I wanted to send a mail to Jivita as a safety manager, I can send it from here itself, right? So that is possible here. And you can also see the who is responsible here, correct? So all these informations are automatically populating here, correct? So now, yeah. And similarly, if I go to the functional safety requirement, again, you can see here, Punita is assigned and the date and Autofusa, all these informations are available, right? So that's how it works. Now, I would like to hand over to, Jivita, who is playing the role of author. So please, Jivita, you can take it forward.
Sure. Thank you, Shiva. I'll just quickly share my screen. I hope it's visible. So as you
Yes.
can see in my screen, I have received the email as soon as Shiva assigned all the roles. So I would be the author for the hazard and risk analysis, HARA document. So this is a mail that has come from the Autopro tool team. So once this happens, I log into the Autopro tool, go to the dashboard and check what is the flowchart that's assigned for me and click on preview. So the same GUI as Shiva showed will be popping up also on my screen. So you can see the entire V model here. So since I'm looking at HARA, I'll go into this place, scroll down, and yes. So this is where, this is the same GUI that Shiva just showed. So now I'm the author for the HARA, so I would have to create the hara, and let's assume that this has happened with time. So I will have to now upload my document over here, link it, and then send it for review. So I will first go to the location where I have saved it, copy the link from there, come back over here, add the link, give a file name, version number, and I will set the status to. Initially, I'll send it as in progress and submit it. So that means I'm working on this document. And as you can see, there's a red highlight behind, which means to say that this is in progress. So these are these are the various options that we have over here. And with time now I have completed my work. So again, I go here, click on modify and say that there's a draft available. And I select Clifford as my reviewer as he's already assigned for the same. And I click on submit. So once I do this, he will receive an email. Plus, as you see, the background color has changed, saying that there's a draft available. So here, this is how it looks at the author's end. And now we will have a look at how it looks from the reviewer's end. So over to you, Clifford.
Yeah, thank you, Jivita. So I'm just sharing my screen. Right. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes.
See, as already mentioned, see, I already have an email notification here giving all the details in what has to be done and the name of the file, what role I'm playing, etc. So now I go to the tool, and here right. So you have the graphical representation here, which makes it very easy for you. And here now, since it is the HARA document, so I come here, and as you can see here, you have the HARA review report. So I click on that, and then here you click on the modify option as I'm going to start my review process. And here I can mm, add the customer. So I'm just giving customer as a customer name. You can select the customer name as appropriate. And then in the drop down, I select the option under review, right? And I submit. So once that is done, you can see here that it has been submitted. So again, I go here, I click on the review report and click on modify. And now I need to enter the details, the file name. For example, here, HARA review report is the name of the file, the version, let's say 1.0, and the path. Okay, um, so I have the path here with me. So I've copied the path here. And now in the drop down, so I say review completed. So I've completed my review process. And then here, there are two options available here, either accept or not accepted. So if there are no comments, then I can go ahead and accept. If there are any comments, then I can select not accepted. So when I select accepted and then say submit, yeah, you can see now the color has changed to green. So it has been accepted. And if there are any comments, then the color would have been blue. So it also gives you a very not only graphical representation, but it is color coded. So you can easily make out the status of the artifact. Yeah. So that is basically, in short, the review process. So now Jivita will take you to the next steps. Over to you, Jivita, again.
Yes. So once the review is done, that means my document is ready to be baseline. So at the back end, what I would actually be doing now is I'll baseline it and submit it. So once Shiva again populates the screen, you will notice the color coding of both the HARA as well as the review report change to green, which means that this particular topic has been completed. So over to you, Shiva.
Yeah, thank you, Jivita. So I'm just sharing my screen. Okay, so now you can clearly have seen that how the flow is, and how they uploaded the file and how the status changed, and the related color changes, all those things. Now let's see from safety manager point of view how it looks like, right? I'm just opening from my side to see that how it is looking at from my side, right? So I'm just going here. So let's go to the here. So you can see that both Hara and the review reports both are green for me. I can able to see like this, right? And similarly, I mean, Punita also would have been done the functional safety requirement. Maybe let's see one by one how it looks like, right? See, for example, let's say Hara, okay? So as I am the safety manager, I mean, what I can also do here is I can open the HARA here itself. I no need to search the document, right? So every document which you can access from the place where you are, right? I mean, from the tool itself, you know, no need really, go and search for the document. It's not at all required, right? That is one big advantage I can say, because most of the time when I go for an audit, I used to see that people searching for each and every document here and there, right? That itself will take significant time. Sometimes they open the previous version of the document, all that would happen, right? Now I'm by just by clicking one click, I can able to look at the actual file, what it is available here itself, right? Another interesting thing is what I can also do as a safety manager. I can go here and then I can also after reviewing my side, the HARA, I can say, right, for example, accepted, right? I can provide my comments and then say submit, right? So the moment I say like that, so this is again get updated. So that maybe we can visualize in the later stage. Now, let me also go here. For example, now to showcase our Autopro tool also linking the other documents, I mean, other tools, like for example, JAMA, right? For example, just I'm clicking here. So the JAMA will get open from here. If you have the login credential, yes, you can log in and then, I mean, use for that, right? So something like that, I mean, easily you can able to access all the document what are required for your safety case, right? So that is another important aspect. Now I'm just closing here to go here and then maybe to showcase the overall displaying the report. Now you see, interestingly, the HARA and the author name and the version, the specific version, what is available, and you know uh, the link, the directly. So you no need to really get into the tool and go to the respective flow and then click. Instead of that, you can click the document from here itself and then you can able to open it and then you do whatever that it's required for, right? Another thing is, like, you can also see the baseline and the verification reviewer and its acceptance. And you can also see from the safety manager acceptance, that is the internal remarks, all that appear here. Similarly for Punita, whatever she has done, the with the requirement FSR, so that is also been available here, right? So everything that you can see in a single dashboard, in a consolidated report. Just imagine if you are doing the role of safety manager or maybe the project manager or even next level management level guy. It is very easy and understand the overall status very detailedly, right? In addition, as I said, you can also click here and then see here, out of 4 there are 2 activity being completed, right? So that indication, I mean, for easily understand the coverage point of view, right? So that is also will make you to look at it from the progress point of view. It would be easier, right? And then you can generate the report as it is. The report would be generated in an Excel sheet format, right? So that is also possible here, right? So another interesting thing what I would also like to showcase is, for example, you may need to also generate the safety case. And you know that the safety case, it is not just a final documentation, just like that creating, right? It is a very periodically uh, compilation that need to be done, right? Time to time. It is basically a live document. So wherein that you can export the report in the safety case, whatever the template which you have, you can just insert the template and then export the report from here. So the moment you export it, and you will be getting the the required output in this format. So you can see the file name also, whatever that we have given in the start. So that is being taken automatically, and it generates. Now the Word file is opening. Just to give me a moment. I think yeah, it's open now, right? I'm just directly getting into the list. The same thing you can see here, the hazard analysis, Jivita, and the this one, the all those things. See how this will really helping See, for example, when you are dealing with some external consultant or maybe the auditor, right? You no need to even share everything. You can just to share this document and give the access privilege in your configuration management so that they can able to access it and see what is the current status and who approved and what complete data which they can get by only by having this one document. And also how really challenging every time compiling the safety case, right? See, first time compiling, it's not really a challenge, but whenever there are some changes, whenever there are some updates required, so you may need to go back really each and every line and understand for its correctness, because there are so many cases we found that there are some mismatches, right? But here what is happening is you are automating it. So your most of your effort, and I mean consciously putting effort to create this, would become very significantly less, right? Because all the work product, you just imagine that, right? So very huge list of documentation that you need to bring it together here, right? So that is another interesting point I would like to maybe highlight here. And then coming back to here, another interesting thing is you can also open the auditor report. Once the auditor login and the auditor remarks are being introduced, then maybe we can able to see that. Okay. So now what I would like to do here is I would like to hand over this again to the Sumit Mathur to showcase the way how it looks like from the auditor perspective. Yes, please. It is over to you, Sumit.
Yes, thank you, Shivaji. So, from auditor point of view, when we are looking at this, what we have is this is the flow that I'm looking at. So I have this is the flow which have been assigned to me. Now, when I'm looking at the flow, I will also see the similar kind of workflow which we have seen in the previous demos. Then we can go back to the same HARA. So I have been given the role to do this. So each document by document, I can actually go, I can open these tools. I can open the HARA, review the HARA, see if there are I have any comments or something. So I can. So this is something which will be. Sorry, this is. Okay, I'll not go there. So basically this will open up the Excel files and all that, right? So now when I am looking at this particular file, which is for the HARA. Now here I can look at the file. I can do an update on that file. For example, I will have I can do modifications and I can do auditor remarks. So if once I have reviewed it, I can say accepted, I may say rejected, or I may say conditionally accepted and submit my report with that. So here what I'm doing, so one by one, document by document, I can go and review all of them. And for each of them, I can give a summary of this, what my comments are. And from there, this information gets transferred to the safety manager. Now, when I go back, I also have an option in the front to upload the report. So I can actually go and upload the report. So what am I going to do is I'm going to take an audit report and I'm going to upload this audit report. So once I do this, the audit report gets uploaded, and this audit report will be available for the safety manager to look at and improve this development and work with it, right? So like this, the complete cycle is lived through. Now, over to you, Shivaji, to have us look at the workflow after this.
Yeah, thanks, Sumit.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm back now. What maybe we can do is maybe quickly we can see the report, right? So now you can see that auditor remarks also coming here, right? So we can able to see what Sumit have accepted the hara. So that also can be seen here, right? So I mean that's how you can see as a remarks, and then what else you can do is I can also look at the auditor report from here, right? So you can see here again the auditor report. So I can able to open and see what exactly the I mean usually the auditors keep their own record, and finally they I mean every time they used to update it here, right? So that's how it works. So I mean you can able to see that. Okay. So now almost all the features what are we have in 3.0, I mean we have walked through. Finally, from my side, what I would like to maybe highlight with you all. See this, the one which we have seen only the functional safety process. Not only that, you know that, right? We have a different integration process model, integrated process model, right? Uh, for example, functional safety, SPICE, and functional safety, SPICE, and cybersecurity, and 8800, that is another AI standard, right? So here you can see that AI process that we have developed, right, in the similar model, and also I mean the SOTIF, integrated SOTIF along with the FUSA, right? So those related integrated model. See why I'm really interested to highlight this point is today most of the company they are really finding the challenge to follow the multiple standard because almost all the standard there are some overlap, right? So the engineer get really stuck, how many times I can follow this. So anybody can give a single process flow through which I can able to follow the process in a very streamlined way or not. So such kind of the aspects, right? So that is where like we are bringing the multiple the integrated process model which facilitate you to follow a single process mapping, right? So that is how we have done. So here whatever it is given, it is limited, I can say, in this login. So there are so many other process model, like you can see the cyber security process model, and even there are multiple integrated model which is available with us, and even we have a process model for semiconductor. So like that we have developed a I mean multiple the integrated model with us to facilitate the organization, to facilitate the individual, I mean the engineers, to follow the effective process and make it compliant, right? So this is all about from my side, and yeah, over to you, Sumit. So you please take it forward.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Shivakumarji. So I'll share my screen back again. So from our point of view, we have seen all these aspects which we were discussing about. So there is a project specific tailoring. You saw how beautifully there is a safety case, that is a safety plan that is generated from there. A safety manager can assign the responsibility within the tool itself. It can be tracked, and there can be something where the notifications goes to the respective team members, and the whole flow starts from there. And the complete specific responsibilities, how they are assigned to the author, reviewers, and auditor. So all of this complete workflow can be achieved within the tool. So there are templates generations for the safety case, which we have seen, and there is workflow notifications on screen display for this. And we have also seen how the percentage completion can be tracked with respect to what work is done in each of the uh, different stages of the project. So all of this Autopro tool can take and sum it up for the management, a clear picture of where the team is, what is happening can be brought together. So all of this is basically summed up into one tool, right? Whatever we are talking about, all of this is saved up into one tool. Now, with this, we will stop our presentation here. There are few minutes are left. We will open up our floor for question and answer. So I would request Clifford to take it forward. So if you have any questions which are there, you can post in Q&A and we can try to answer those questions.
Yeah. So thank you, Sumit. So we've got a couple of interesting questions from our audience already. So if you have some more questions, you can start adding them. But yeah, we'll start with what we already have. So the first question is, what licensing models are available for the AutoPro tool?
Okay.
You would like to take it? Yes, sure. Go ahead.
Yes. So, I mean, Autopro tool, we have two different model of licensing. One is the subscription model. The other one is the perceptual model. So, when I say subscription model, yearly subscription, where every year you may need to renew it. So the other one, the perceptual model, where one-time purchase and there is a small amount for AMC aspect. So AMC basically, consider from the aspect of, the process improvements, right? Autofuso is not stop doing that once if I sold, then it's not been wind up like that, right? So we do continuous maintenance and continuous improvement. For example, I mean, currently we are using ISO 2626 to 2018. So later we may receive the other version. So still, according to that, there are some improvement which we will be doing. So this is all would be taken care in the AMC itself, right? So this is how it has been taken. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Shiva, for that explanation. So the next question pertains to users. So the question is, for each license, how many power users and how many sub users can be added? Could you please explain?
Okay. Good. So for by default, okay. So the licensing model is we understand that what maybe the engineering the challenges when I consider for any project, and also like we have the manager level entry as well as the engineer who are maybe the author or reviewer certain things, right? So considering that by default we give one power user, nothing but the safety manager login. The other one is the sub user where you can consider like a author or reviewer, something like that, right? And based on maybe number of the users which required by the customer, which would be get added accordingly. Okay, so in other sense, right, for example, this is very flexible. For example, if I am the safety manager now, I'm integrating or I'm adding all the people who are working for concept phase activity, right? So later, once the concept phase completed, I can also give it to the, I mean, I can remove few of the license from here and I can assign to the system level scope guys, so that I can effectively manage my license also, right? So this is how it works.
Yeah, thank you, Shiva. I think since many teams are in the certification process, the next question is with regards to certification. So the question is, how does the tool support in achieving process certification and product certification?
Okay, so Sumit, do you want to take it from your side?
So yes, so this tool basically is very helpful in going for the process as well as product certification. See, uh, ex one of the expectation from the standards is to make sure that the organization have well established process throughout the engineering part, and they want to also make sure that the process is available and it is something which is followed by the entire organization. And even when there may be differences in terms of time zones, there may be differences in terms of even the companies. There are different companies who may be there. So we need to make sure that the process is there for all of these stakeholders is available. So Autopro is designed with all these things in mind, where the complexity is taken and you can use that. It is made so easy. There is a workflow which is demonstrated, and there are clear responsibility divisions. Then you can control on top of it to assign the responsibility to the users, and you can manage the work in chunks, how we do it in a project, right? And you can monitor progresses. So all of this is b- created with the keeping in mind that how does organizations want to see this, how does organization want to uh, uh, show the process, how does auditor want to see this. They want to see everything in place, how those documents are organized, how do I see who has done what. So all of this information we are putting back in one tool, and it is one place where everything can be organized and can be used and demonstrated also. So that makes it very, very easier for a team to manage it and auditors to see it, right? So all of this can be done very easily in organization. And this is a very, very important uh, boost for the when you are going for certification, because like Shivakumarji mentioned, that there is a very, very heavy dependency when you go for this kind of audits and assessment on the process. So they auditors want to make sure that you have a process, you are following those process, and you are also following, when they do go for assessment, you are also following ISO 26262. So all of those things are tied into one. So this is all very important, and all the team can have access to it, and you can demonstrate it through the same tool. This is something which is from the point of view of compliance. This is kind of a very, very easy thing to look at, right? And it will definitely speed up the process of how the things can be taken up, and how the auditors can take it up, and it will speed up things, so you don't have to look for it anymore. So auditors, if they have offline access, they can do this kind of reviews offline. So your team may have lesser engagement. I mean, of course there will be some engagement, but after that, once you have introduced the tool, once they are familiar with that, then this is going to be their go-to tool, where they can actually go and look through all the information, and they can find everything. So it will make life easy for the safety manager, it will make life easy for the auditors as well. So it is going to be a very, very very, very comprehensive kind of solution for product and process assessments. Yes.
Thank you, Sumit, for that detailed
Sure,
answer.
sure.
So the next question is on security. So how do you ensure data security when using the tool?
Very good question. See, basically, by default, our Autopro tool undergone for a complete vulnerability check, uh, and it is even in compliant with ISO 27001 and 2 and GDPR. Okay. In addition, I just wanted to also explain to all of you that this is again installed in the premises, customer premises. So none of the documentation been get exposed outside, right? Another interesting thing is, if you remember, none of the place in the, even when you are linking the document, we were asking you to link the document, not upload the document. If we would have asked for upload the document, then there would be a possibility of data duplication as well as data security problems. But here you are still going to keep all your data in a secured environment. You are just going to link those documents in this tool. So having said that, I'm saying that it is more than 100% it is secure.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Shiva, for that update. So thank you, audience. If you have more questions, you can reach out to us. So before we conclude, I would just like to take 1 minute uh, to tell our audience about what we do as a company, because many a times people keep asking us. So just would like to summarize how we support our customers. So we do trainings in for functional safety, cyber security, and ASPICE. We can support your team in audits and assessments, so we can do a detailed gap analysis, and we can work with your team to fix those gaps and to help you achieve the required certification. We can support in terms of resources. So if you need functional safety engineers, cyber security engineers, ASPICE consultants, we can definitely provide them. And we can also work with you on a FP basis, right? On a work package basis, where starting from an item definition, HARA, then deriving the safety goals, doing the analysis, FTA, FMEA on the system side, software side, hardware side, we can support you. So there are various options where we can work and collaborate together with you. So you can always reach out to us. Our coordinates are here, email ID, our website details. If you want to call us, the number is here. So please make a note of these details, and you can reach out to us if you really need any support from our side, right? And definitely thank you to all. It's a very busy part of the year. I think everybody's trying to wind up to complete your tasks. To you have your holiday planning to be done for the year end. But despite all these things, despite your busy schedule, you have taken time off. We have people from different geographies joining us. As I mentioned in the beginning, people from US, from Europe, from APAC. For them, it's quite late. But despite all this time difference, you all have joined us. So thank you very much. And looking forward to working together. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Okay, yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you very much, all of you for joining with
Thank
us.
you, everyone.
Looking forward. Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.